Hey guys, Big Rock 2001 here. I went to my local favorite retro store in my area and I picked up a couple of things. Now you may notice that I have the TTX Tech AC adapter because, well, I went to pick up an AC adapter, well, different from the one that came with, well, that I got from Phase Doom Guy. He went to my local entertainment. I went to a different retro or gaming store. It's called, well, Backlight Games, and well, I picked up two things. Number one, I picked up Sonic Lost World, the Deadly 6 bonus edition for $30. I also almost picked up Sonic Riders for the GameCube because when it comes to Sonic games, some of them are better on the GameCube, but it didn't have the instruction booklet, and that's crucial because I had to order that separately when I bought Sonic Riders for the original Xbox, and I needed the booklet for that. Otherwise, you don't know what the heck you're doing. And it didn't have the artwork cover on the front, so I didn't bother with that. But if it had both, I would have gotten that and sold the Xbox version. But other than that, I was also looking for the Shadow the Hedgehog game for Xbox or GameCube because the PS2 version, the controls are confusing. So if anyone can find me a copy of Shadow the Hedgehog for GameCube or Xbox for a reasonable price, let me know in the comments. eBay, Amazon, Mercari, you name it, or I might call it Entertain Mart or one of my local stores if they have that game for Xbox or GameCube. I am not playing the PS2 version because for whatever reason I had one copy for my PS2 and it didn't read properly. Let's move back on topic. And well, I also picked up a another AC adapter. This is a generic 3-in-1. This one's $10. That one I didn't spend anything, but it would have been normally $8. In fact, let's start with a comparison between the box. This is the one Phase Doom Guy got for me. This is the one I paid for. And I already took them both out of the box. This one says TTX Tech Heavy 3-in-1 Retro AC Adapter. They're not kidding when it says heavy. You'll see why. This one just is compatible with NES, Super Nintendo, and Genesis. The reason why it's called 3-in-1 is because, sure, it only has two cables, but one cable goes into two connections. The NES and the Genesis, that's why. And it says, in English, Power Up. TTX Tech one says Power Up Variations for Retro Consoles with 3-in-1 AC Adapter compatible with the original NES, SNES, Genesis. Preserve the retro premium feel with the weight of the original. Multi-console compatibility, premium heavyweight. TTX Tech is owned by Cool Brands. And this one just says 3-in-1, easy to use, plug and play. Make sure the power off the NES, SNES, Genesis console is off before plugging. Make sure the voltage rating of the power source is correct before using. This AC adapter is specifically designed for NES, SNES, and Genesis console. Do not connect this AC adapter to any other console. That's a problem because I'm going to be using this on the Super Famicom and AV Famicom. And I've heard this works fine. So, durable, high quality construction. It says also, do not clean it with organic substance, choking hazard, small parts, not in for. Look at that, it's a spelling error. So far, the TTX gets another point. For children under 3 years, do not place in hot, dank, or under the sunshine, and do not drop, throw, or apply strong shock. And if you watch Ashens, there's a sad onion here. And if you, in the words of Ashens, oh look, it's the sad onion. How you doing, mate? Or how you doing, fella? Well, it's been a while since I've seen his videos, and both of them are made in China. This one says trademark 2023. That was last year. It doesn't say who makes this one. I think this is the same people who made that Xbox 360 AC adapter that I got from the same store. It doesn't have a generic name, but let me show you what that AC adapter looks like. Well, I've seen this on another YouTube video. A guy from Europe used this AC adapter to power up his Famicom. But if you can see a comparison, they weren't kidding with TTX Tech when they said this one's heavy. This feels like a generic NES AC adapter, which I don't have. I did, but I bundled it with the NES toaster that I don't have anymore. That belongs to Phase Doom guy. I do have a Genesis AC adapter, and that thing is heavy, but it doesn't work. So anyway, the connections, they're the same. On the left we have the ones from the TTX Tech one. This is your NES Genesis connector, and this is your Super Nintendo one. And on the right, this is what the Super Nintendo and the NES Genesis one looks like. In fact, if you're wondering about cord length, we'll put these two side by side. And the top one you've got the NES or you've got the TTX Tech one, and the bottom one you've got the okay, well that wasn't fair. I do apologize. Let's try that again. All right. Come on. Follow the magical cord. Follow the magical cord. Follow, 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 follow. Maybe I should. I'll put in the description. I'll do with the tape measure and tell you which one is longer. But I will tell you the TTX Tech one is heavy. This one feels like it's lightweight. Even with the cord dangling, this thing is light. It could float away. But other than that, let me tell you the differences between the two. I will tell you the the outputs and inputs are slightly different. The hertz are the same, and the DC are the same. The middle portion is negative. That goes on the end of the plug, while the positive is obviously the plug itself. But the input on this one's 110 volts, and this one's 120. The milliamps, this one's 800, this one's 50. This one has an extra 10 volts and 15 milliamps. That may be good or bad, I don't know. But we are going to be doing side-by-side comparisons. I'm going to be using both of these AC adapters. I'll be testing with my Super Nintendo SNS 101 with Tetris Attack. You'll notice on the title screen, I actually did a recording and I thought the AC adapter was the problem, but I had a dirty cartridge, so we're going to do attempt number 2. So let's point at the TV. Maybe I'll do a video with my capture card and, well, show it in action. But first, we're going to test out with the TTX Tech one. I'll show you what it's like. In fact, I've actually played a full game of Sailor Moon Kudu Kreen with this AC adapter, and I didn't have any problems. So we're going to try this with the TTX Tech one first, because I trust this one a bit more. So here's Tetris Attack. I don't know if you can see on the TV, but there are a bit scan lines. This was one of my first games I got when I got my first ever Super Nintendo. I don't have that Model 1 SNES anymore. I use the Super Famicom because I like the design of that more. That's Lips theme in case you're wondering, but you probably knew that. Now we'll try the other AC adapter. Same console, the SNS 101, or the Mini or the Junior, whatever you call it. I'm going to call it the 101. I'm not going to call it the Mini because there's already a Super Nintendo Mini, and that's a miniature, well, you know. So now let's take a look at the screen with the other AC adapter. I don't know if you can notice on screen, but let's see how well this lasts with this AC adapter. Okay, that looks slightly worse with that AC adapter. What can you do? Yeah. I can tell you the TTX Tech one is actually better than this one. I'm probably going to take this AC adapter back to the store I got it from. So, I'm scared to try this on my Super Famicom, but we're going to have to for the point of this video. Anyway, alright, that's enough of this. We are going to switch back to the TTX Tech one. I really need to do an LED mod on my Super Nintendo 101. Which is fine because they had a Super Nintendo 101 at that store I went to that I got the AC adapter. Although it was yellowed and it was $100. I only spent $40 on Amazon a long time ago. It came with 3 games, 2 sports games, and the Page Master, which, good movie, but like the Angry Video Game Nerd says, good movie equals bad game. And also the AVGN's videos, I'm sorry to say, but they're not as good as they used to be. Now we're going to test this with Sailor Moon Kurukurin on the Super Famicom. I'm scared to see what would happen if I tried firing up the Super Famicom with this. But it does work. As you can see, the game works. Of course, I would normally demonstrate it with this. Actually, why am I testing it with this game? I should test it with Panel de Pon, the Japanese version of the game. And there's Sailor Jupiter and Sailor Mars battling. The two who think they're all that in a bag of chips. Or crisps if you're from overseas. Also, between Mars and Jupiter, I like Mars a bit more than Jupiter. But that's off topic. Now, we're about to find out what happens when you fire this guy with this AC adapter. I'm scared, but we're about to find out what happens. But the guy tested it with his Famicom, and he said he had good results. Okay, that's really bad. Okay, I'm turning this off. I don't trust this AC adapter. Well, okay, final conclusions. Let's go ahead and dive into that. Well, as you saw from the TV screen, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm saying this. Hooray for the TTX Tech AC adapter. This thing, well, I'm probably going to return this or bundle it with the top loader NES that does not work. Reminds me, I'm probably going to do a separate video to see if that works or if it's cactus, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, yeah, I'm actually very impressed with TTX Tech. Hooray for them. I didn't spend anything on that, and this works pretty good. While this one, the camera looks like I'm pointing elsewhere, but in person I'm pointing at the AC adapters. The one on the right, yeah, I'm probably going to ask for my money back or get something in its place. But other than that, yeah. Well, I'm very impressed with TTX Tech. So, I take it back. I say go for TTX Tech.